Hey there, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Alien Investigations, a channel dedicated to the X-Files Collectible Card Game. I'm your host, Steven, and I've got Mike Perrine from Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG joining me for this 99th gameplay episode on the channel. 99 episodes, and we've got a special one coming up in just a few days that I'll talk about at the end of this matchup. So want to thank everyone for tuning in, which is decidedly not going to be any live audience participation during this because it is, after all, Super Bowl Sunday, and obviously everyone is tuned in for that. But for those of you watching the recording of this the following day, thank you for tuning in. And so Mike and I are going to be just playing a classic game of X-Files CCG. There's no augmented no augmented rules, no fan-made cards, nothing like that. We're just going to be kicking it old school today, aren't we, Mike?
Indeed. Yeah, we kind of decided to do this yesterday, and it was funny because I didn't have any decks built at all. I mean, the last one I had was the playtest deck that was like 90% playtest cards, so I kind of had to do everything over. And my wife's like, "Hey, you wanna watch a movie tonight?" And I'm like, "Nah. I gotta come up with whatever I can come up with to try and decimate Steven." So I spent a good amount of time building what I may argue to be one of the best decks I've ever constructed.
Excellent. And you seemed really confident in this because you threw it out there in our Discord community exactly what type of deck you were building. So that speaks to you feeling pretty good about what you came up with.
They may or may not have been lies.
That's true. You may have been deceiving me. But the thing is, yeah, I had already constructed mine, and I did not really feel. I was watching the movie at that point, and I'm like, I'm not going back and changing it up. I'm sticking with what I have. And actually, Mike and I each constructed two different themed decks for this matchup. So I thought that might be interesting for anyone who's watching, who's maybe wanting to get some tips about deck building. Mike, what sort of deck are you bringing to this matchup?
So I went with what I'm lovingly referring to as a Power 5. Okay. It's got your classic X-File cards in it, your just the staples or whatever. But I sat here, and before I even picked out cards, I had numerous sheets of paper, and I went through and I figured out, okay, what are the top 5 or 6 agents that I can find that are going to bring the most? And after much work, basically, I'll just kind of go through it real quick here for you. Alien 5, Criminal 6, Evidence 10, Subterfuge 6, Observation 8, Occult 7.
Very nice. That's pretty strong across a lot of the 11 skills. I didn't hear bureaucracy in that, so there's still, and I don't think I heard subterfuge either, so there's still some weak points.
Subterfuge 6.
Oh, you did say subterfuge 6. Okay, yeah. So yeah, sorry.
Yeah, the only lack I have is obviously bureaucracy, medical 2, and a sciences 3.
Excellent.
But I'm pretty proud of it. And then once I had my agents and my sites and all that stuff picked up, fun little fact, I had some ideas of how I wanted to come up against you, but there was one card that I only had one of in my entire collection. I even went through Matt's.
Oh, I know what it is.
Matt's deck to try and find. I doubt you know what it is. I doubt.
Oh, I know what it is. Do you want me to say it now or just wait till it comes up? It's Foo Fighter.
Nope.
It's not Foo Fighter. You're missing more. Okay, because I know you have very few Foo Fighters in your collection as well.
This is a Foo Fighter-less deck.
It's from 1013 though. I bet you the card you're needing is from 1013.
It could be. I will tell you that in order to find a second copy of it, I opened about 10 packs and got lucky that I actually pulled one.
All right, so we're gonna wait and see if it comes up.
I hope to God.
It better, considering you spent all that extra time opening up booster packs in order to get this one card. I bet. Gosh, it's not Foo Fighter. Then I'm kind of at a loss. I bet it's from 1013 expansion though. I bet it's an event from 1013, and we'll see what happens. You'll have to tell us at the end of it. So before I bring in our cameras and let Mike and I introduce our team of agents, just want to also explain my thought process as well. So Mike's coming at us with what you would say is it's an alien investigation themed deck, right?
You know, it's more of an evidence collection.
Evidence collection. Okay.
Evidence, evidence and observation and occult, really.
Okay, got you. Oh, well, then in that case, speaking of observation, that is the core skill for which my team of agents and my bureau deck is built around. So we don't see observation as we don't usually see observation as one of the, like a theme deck very often. It's usually alien, it's usually bureaucracy, or the more prevalent theme decks that we tend to come across, especially if we're opening like premier starters and stuff like that. They tend to lean towards one of those. So observation is going to be the strongest skill for which my team of agents is going to be able to apply their skills. And so obviously all the sites are geared towards that, and some of the extra cards and some of the extra events specifically will be geared towards that. So I thought this would be a good chance to use this classic game to showcase some alternate deck building ideas that we can impart for some of those who are watching who may be looking for some added tips. So Mike, let's bring in your camera and let's get a look at the agents that you have brought for this matchup.
I will tell you, for the first time in a very long time, I have not included Kresge.
Whoa!
So
that hosting's on there.
Yeah, so that tells you what's going on there. All right, so we're going to start with Detective Manners. We're going to go with Alex Krychek, Albert Holstein, Agent Henderson, and Clyde Bruckman.
Wow, it's actually going to be a decent amount of overlap between our two agents. So it's interesting. I thought about throwing out there like, hey, I'm going to do observation themed deck. What are you going to do? Or maybe suggest that we both do it and see what happens. But it turns out, even though I didn't specifically mention that to you prior to deck building, it seems we were operating on a similar wavelength, as you'll see in a moment. My starting agent for this matchup is going to be Agent Dana Scully, and for added fun, I'm bringing the Gen Con Dana Scully card to this matchup.
How'd you get that card, Steven?
Oh, geez. Oh, gosh, it was so long ago. I believe, do I have Matt to thank for that? Oh, no, I have you as well. You and Matt, I have to thank for that. I think it was you that specifically was pulling the ball from the little spinning wheel. So I think, kudos to you for that one. And so Dana Scully is going to be joined by Agent Henderson as she is on Mike's team. And we're also going to be bringing Agent Karen Kosif to this matchup. She doesn't have observation skills. However, she has a game effect that allows her to pay for keyword observation cards. So that's where she's going to be mostly shining in this game, because, as I said earlier, all the sites are pretty much going to be observation is going to be the prerequisite, or one of the two prerequisites for the sites in this deck. And like Mike, I'm also bringing Clyde Bruckman to this matchup. And lastly, just like Mike, we've got my boy, Detective Manners. So we've got Agent Henderson, Clyde Bruckman, and Detective Manners represented on both sides. And yeah, Mike, you packed quite a punch with the team you chose, specifically with those game effects. So I would not be surprised to see Bruckman and Hosting's game effects used right out of the gates. So we're going to get this game started. First things first, we've got to put our tokens on our respective agents. And then you've got a checklist loaded, Mike.
How do you do? So I'm using, what's this app called again for the first time? Scoreboard?
Oh, Scoreboard for the resource points. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you make it so it goes up and down? Because it's only adding points. It's not taking them away.
For me, I just hit the, like, if you have the camera oriented vertically portrait like I do here, I just tap it on the right side of and then left to go down.
It's only going up for me. See that?
Yeah, no, it's going up and down, right?
No,
it's not going down. That's weird.
No.
Yeah, Works for me. I'm hitting the left side and it goes down. It's weird. I don't recall like having to adjust the settings to make it work. Interesting. Swipe. Jonathan Hagee, who is joining us, he says swipe to go down. Yeah, he did have an issue with it when we played our last game. That he wasn't getting.
Oh, there it is.
You got it? Okay, cool. Meanwhile, while you're
getting
that set up, I'm gonna pull up a checklist, and we'll.
There we go.
Are you gonna use a paper checklist? Kicking it old school.
Always paper checklist. Always. With a fresh number 2 pencil purchased by none other than Mike Mackey at FileFest 2020.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, then I think we're ready to go. I do want to thank anyone who is tuning in for this live matchup because, again, it is, after all, Super Bowl Sunday. I was expecting to get absolutely no live audience participation, but I'm really happy to see we got a couple of viewers tuning in for right now. So we won't keep you guys waiting much longer. But before we do start, I want to strongly suggest, if you are not subscribed to this channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Little support goes a long way to keeping this channel off life support. Now, Mike, before we get this game started, let's figure out which of us is going to go first. I've got 2 custom tokens here. One has a red X. If you pull that one, you're going to be starting off as the investigating player, all right? So I ask you, which is going to be right or left, sir?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
You're going to be starting off as the conspiracy player for the first round, and I'll be the investigating player to start off. So let's draw our 7, and we'll get this game started.
You want to cut at all? You want me to cut at all?
We're good. Let's not keep the audience waiting any longer.
He's in the box here, so they're not all sliding out all over the place. Alrighty.
All right, and so I've got 7 cards. Mike's got 7 cards. I'm going to draw an 8th card to get this game started as the investigating player draws a free card. We're now in the briefing phase, first phase of the round. And so what I'm going to do first is assess my agent's resource points, and I'll add that to the pool. Agent Scully's got 2 resource points. Agent Henderson has 1. Agent Karen Kossoff has 1. Clyde Brookman has 1. And Detective Manners has 0. So that's a total of 5, which is going to take my resource pool here up from 5 to 10. We start off with 5 conspiracy points, 5 resource points. And so now I've got 10 in my pool. And so at this juncture, I have an option to purchase additional cards if I so choose. But let me actually take a closer look at my hand and decide if I want to do that. It's... It's pretty decent. I think I'll just get 2 cards. And so I'll take 2 away from my resource pool, and I'll take 2 off the top of my deck. And Mike, it is over to you. So Mike at this point has a chance to sell any of the resource point cards in his hand that he is not going to obviously be using this round because he's the conspiracy player. He can only thus play conspiracy cards, but he can sell some of those resource cards and buff up his conspiracy pool, and of course use them to buy cards to make his hand a little bit more desirable for this first round. So
which is what I'm going to do. Yeah, which is what I'm going to do. So I was blessed that I had some good cards to sell here. So I'm going to sell myself a 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
All right.
I'm going to sell myself a 1 breath, and I'm going to sell myself a smoke and mirrors for 13.
Oh, good hand. Good. I mean, it's a shame we won't be seeing 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 attached to one of your agents, but yeah, if it were me in the first round as a conspiracy player, I would definitely be pitching that card, because you got to get some good conspiracy cards if you want to be able to upend my investigation.
And I'm going to go ahead and purchase 4 cards and go to 14.
Okie doke. All right, so you got quite a bit left in your pool, and you got a decent sized hand, so I can't say I'm not a little intimidated. Let's head out of the briefing phase, and The second phase is going to be the healing phase, but since we're just getting started and none of the agents are in the hospital section of the table, which is right up here, we're going to skip past the healing phase. And the third phase is the requisition phase, and I do have one equipment card in my hand, and I think I might go ahead and requisition it since they are in the bureau at this point. So bureau activators obviously are going to be most prevalent among the equipment cards. Yeah, let's do it. We'll spend 2 to equip the binoculars to one of my agents, and that's going to add 1 to the agent's observation skills. And let's say we attach it to Karen Kosov, because she doesn't have any observation skills. Again, as I previously stated, she can only purchase observation cards, but now she has 1 to her observation as per the equipment card. So for deployment, we're going to now send all of our agents out to the field because we do have a site or 2 that we might be looking to investigate, so we'll get those out there. And let's see, do I want to look at both sites or just one? I do have that, so I might as well maybe look at both of them. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so we're going to be potentially sending our team of agents to 2 prospective sites. We've got the first one, which is outskirts of Atlantic City, New Jersey, Mike, multi-site, and the keywords you're going to be zeroing in on are subterfuge, observation, affiliation, and motive. And to pay for that site, I'm going to use Karen Kosov's resource point to pay for it because it has the keyword observation. And the second site is Fairfield Zoo, Fairfield, Idaho, monosite this time, so observation and motive. We got motive as the similar keyword on both sites. So observation, motive here, observation, subterfuge, affiliation, motive on this one. And I'm going to take away 2 from my pool to pay for that one. And at this point, Mike, I'll turn it over to you if you want to lay down any bluffs on these sites.
Thinking. Thinking.
So Mike has the chance to put down either real bluffs on this site, which he can use when we get to the next phase, and he'll be able to apply a -1 to the cost of the card. He can also just put down any card he wants face down, and that can still make me think twice about whether I want to send my agents to the site because I don't know what those cards are. They could be real bluffs. They could be genuine bluffs for all I know.
The multi-site one is the one on my left here, right?
This one right here.
Yeah, that one. I'm going to put 1 face down bluff on that one.
And then how about Fairfield Zoo?
And Fairfield Zoo, I'm good. You're
good there? All right. So I think what I'll do, just play it safe for the first round, because what's the rush? I'm going to set aside Fairfield Zoo, and I'm going to put down this random card here to note that it has a bluff on it. So we're going to postpone that investigation for the time being, and we're going to just send everyone to Fairfield Zoo. And again, that's a motive site, Mike. So we're going to now that we're in the investigation phase, we're going to apply our team's observation skills to it, for which Scully has 2, Agent Henderson has 2, Agent Karen Kosov has 1, courtesy of the binoculars, Clyde Brookman has 3, and Detective Manners has 2. That is a ton of observation across the board there, Mike.
Yeah.
We got 10 observation amongst my agents here. So as of this point, the gameplay goes back and forth where the investigating player has a chance to play a card first, and then the conspiracy player can play a card, and then we'll just keep going back and forth until we run out of cards. So I'll begin by playing Reading the Signs for 0. And Mike, that is played on a team in the field. If the team makes an occult investigation 4 skill check, they may take 2 conspiracy points from their opponent's pool and add them to their resource pool. And with regards to occult investigation, I've got 1 on Scully, and Clyde Brookman's got 3 there, and Karen Kosov also has a couple of occult investigation, so I got it more than enough for that skill check. Did you want to counter that, or are you good?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it one breath real quick.
Okay, for 4. All right. That's weird that you have to swipe. I don't have to do that.
Yeah, that is very strange. I'm not sure I like it that much.
Maybe there's a setting you can go into, but yeah, for me, it's just a quick tap. So I don't know. So one breath is one of those purple cards that can be played by either investigating player or either the conspiracy player. And so Mike is going to search his hand for any one event, or is it any one card?
That's any event.
Any event card that he can pull, and that's actually one of the ultra rares from the Truth Is Out There edition. And we do have a new viewer actually who says, "My son and I got into this game just before Xmas and are loving it." Excellent, very good, and thank you for tuning in. Yeah, do tell us if you're part of the X-Files CCG Facebook group, or if you're part of the Discord community we have, do let us know how your games are going. Oh, and of course, put a comment in here too. Let us know how your games with you and your son are going, or tell us what some of your deck build. Give us some of your deck building tips or your teams of agents that you're using for this. But yeah, very good. My daughter's only 7, but I do hope to someday sling cardboard with her at some point. But we're not quite there yet, but hopefully we will someday. All right, Mike. So did you? Thank you so much for doing so. Appreciate it, Mike. Did you find a card from that? Oh, you're gonna go with a no. Wait a second. That's a resource card.
It doesn't matter. It says any one event card.
But that's not a resource card.
I know.
Oh, so you're just adding it to your hand, and that's it? Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were genuinely playing it.
No.
Yeah, because I couldn't recall if on one breath you have to actually show it to me.
Yeah, it says show your opponent which card you've added, shuffle your deck.
Okay, very cool. All right. So I guess I know what you'll be using that for, possibly either in the next round to negate one of my bluffs or events that I throw at you, or maybe you'll sell it for CP if it shouldn't come to pass. Anyway, so if you have no counter for reading the signs,
you can go ahead and ask your question. Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Okay, hold on. So yeah, you're gonna lose 2 from your pool.
Reading
the signs, and that'll take my pool up to 6 now. So I do thank you for your generous donation, Mike. That was very, very, very kind of you there. So yeah, I don't have any further cards to play. So if you don't, then yeah, we'll just proceed to the site resolution portion of the phase, and I'll be hitting you with a motive question if you're good with that.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, I think I'm supposed to be at 10 because it was at 12.
You should be at 8 actually.
At 8. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, you paid 4 for one breath, and then I took 2 more away from that for reading the signs. So let's see. Motive, Mike. Motive.
Easier. Oh, gotcha. There it is. Okay. All right. Swipe up and down.
It's all in the wrist, right?
It's all in the wrist.
All right. And so it's what's not on the wrist is all in the wrist is going to be my question. But ideally, maybe I can zero in on what your X-Files motive might be, Mike. I'm thinking, is by any chance your X-Files motive knowledge?
My motive is not.
All right. Nevertheless, I was able to shave off, I think, 8 cards from your X-File, so it's not too shabby.
That's the first time I've seen. That's the first time I've seen my X-File too.
So I guess you chose it randomly then.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good man. So at this point, I do have a choice if I want to take a crack at identifying Mike's X-File, but if I guess wrong, then
do it.
He'll get I'm not going to give you a penalty question right out of the gate. There's 33 possibilities remaining. So my site gets sent to the trash bin, and yeah, I like to see you do that in the next round when it goes right back to you. Let's see how chicken you are. So we're going to head into debriefing. And at this point, if Mike or I have more than 7 cards, we got to discard down to 7. And I'm currently sitting on 6. So I'm going to keep them all at this point.
Ooh, 7, exactly.
Excellent. And I'm going to also welcome David Peace from Studio Squim. And he also wants to know, what is that 24 card? Yeah, I didn't have any extra cards laying around, so this is just to denote the bluff card. But yes, it's a good game. Maybe one of these days I'll get more cards that I can actually play it. I only have like one booster pack here. Anyway, Mike, at this point, it's time to pass it over to you. Get your free card going, and we'll get a new briefing phase underway. New round.
Sweet. I got my free card. I'm going to get one for Brockman, one for Henderson, one for Holstein, and 2 for 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, but I will use 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's for resource. So that'll give me a total of 5.
Nice.
And I am going to keep what I have already, so you can go ahead and sell and buy if you would like, good sir.
What the hell? I'm going to get rid of White Buffalo for 4 and Hell Money for 4. And that'll take my conspiracy pool up to 13. Well... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, no, 4. I got 4, so I don't know my button. See, I already know. I feel like this is going to be a no-go for me. So let's not spend too many. Let's just get 3. Leave my pool at an even 10, and we'll go from there. But I have a feeling this is going to work out pretty well for you, Mike. So carry on.
Alrighty, well, I'm going to come right out of the gate and play David Peace's favorite card. I'm going to play me a Kevin Morris.
Yeah, nice one. Nice card there. Good old Kevin Morris.
Good old Kevin Morris.
Yep. So the Kevin Morris Mafia is represented at this point. I should have done that in the last round. I had manners, but I was a little... Yeah, and I played 2 observation sites too. I should have done that. But yeah, I'll do it next time. So yep, David Peace. Kevin Morris is out on the mat. He's going to add 1 to Mike's pool every time a keyword, alien investigation, or evidence collection card is played. He's the Don.
The Don. All right, we're gonna. I have no equipment.
All right.
So we're gonna go ahead and deploy everyone out to, well, the field, and we're gonna play 2 sites here. We're gonna play outskirts of Jersey. In fact, didn't you just play that one?
Yeah. Subterfuge and observation, right?
So yeah, 1 for that, and then evidence collection result Olympia National Forest, which is 2, but Kevin Morris gives me 1 every time I play it, so I'll take 1.
Sounds good. And I'll put 2 bluffs on Olympic National and 1 bluff on outskirts of Atlantic City.
Okay. Well, I am going to we're gonna go hang out. All right. Let's see here. I'm going to put 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and Holstein. We're gonna go to outskirts. Move these guys around here. And Henderson, Brockman, and Manners. We're gonna go to Olympia National, and let's go ahead. It was the 1 bluff you put on Jersey.
Yeah, 1 bluff is on outskirts of Atlantic City. Did you want to start there?
Yeah, let's start there. Let's see what you got there.
All right. Well, tell us about your team's. What skill are they applying to that?
Sorry, subterfuge 5+. 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 has 4, and Holstein has 2, so 6 total.
Yeah, I figured you weren't going to go observation, but I just wanted to check nonetheless.
Yeah.
So the bluff that I put on that site is unnatural aging, and I'll just go. I know what you got in your hand, so I'll go ahead and play that. for 4 because it was face down. So I got 6 left in my pool, and that's going to force your team to make a Sciences 4 skill check. If they fail, then choose one agent to go to the hospital, and the chosen agent permanently loses 1 health. So they're not damaged. Their health is just going to get dropped from whatever its starting health is to 1 less for the remainder of the game. So I know what you're going to play. So go ahead and
I'll Langley it.
Yeah. All right. So that leaves that leaves enough that you can't play that No One's So Paranoid now. So
Correct.
There's at least that. All right. So that one is negated, and it's observation subterfuge. I don't have anything more that I can play to stop that. So ask away.
Is your affiliation primordial?
I think it is. Yep. Good guess. Hell of a guess, Mike. Well done. That is always demoralizing when your opponent gets gets a correct answer on the first one. So yeah, it might wind up being a short game, and Mike's not even done yet. He's got another site to resolve right over here.
Yeah, but you have 6 left.
Do you want to guess now? Because you got me down to 8. So do you want to take your first identity question per outskirts, or do you want to?
Oh yeah, so you can get an affiliation question? Sure. Oh yeah. You didn't do it either.
All right, so it sounds like that's a no on the identity question.
That's a no. Yeah, that's a no on the identity question.
A hard no. All right, then let's turn it over to Olympic National. That's evidence 4. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I'm moving along. Think about it. You know, if you really do want to take a crack at it, by all means. Don't let me stop you.
With 6, let's see. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. God, they have 8.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's burn it down. Let's see.
Identity question. All right, hit me.
Oh no. I mean Olympia National Forest.
Come on.
No,
all
wait,
right.
No.
All right. So tell us about your team's evidence collection skills.
I have a total of 8. Bruckman has 4. Henderson has 3, and Manners, as you know, has 1.
Yeah. All right. 8 evidence collection. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I don't think I got this. First bluff is Detective Miles. Pay 1 to move 2 from your opponent's resource pool and put them in your pool immediately. So I'm going to pay the 1 for Detective Miles, unless you're going to negate that, which you really can't with only 3. So you only have 1 resource point left in there. And Detective Miles is going to net me 1 because I had to pay for that first one. So that bluff is out of the way. And now second bluff is Holtzman DSA. But even if I pay the full Monty for that, you are going to, even if I could afford it, it's still not going to be enough. So that is, you got 8 evidence collection on your team there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that one. So that one's out. So in that case, you got another question, Mike. Fire away.
Sweet. This is a result question.
Yep. Oh boy. Hope you're not as lucky as you were on that first one.
Well, they have. It's funny. There's 2 of each.
Oh really? Oh geez. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm looking at it now.
Is your result psychological?
It is. That's not one of the
physiological. Sorry, physiological.
Physiological imbalance. Yes. No, my X-File is not physiological imbalance.
Thank you.
So now you got me down to 6. Bravo on that. Well, it's not all for loss. So now that we've resolved both sites, well, no, we're not done. Yeah, I'm going to let Mike decide if he wants to take a guess. You know, and then
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. All right, so we've resolved both sites. Before we go any further, I'm going to play Rejuvenating Case for 2, and I'm going to place this next to my X-File along with 10 tokens. And beginning on my next turn as the conspiracy player, I'll be able to take it up to 2 off of this card and add it to my conspiracy pool. And so now I've only got 4 left in my conspiracy pool after paying for that one. Mike, I think we're ready to head into debriefing. It's looking pretty good for you. Anything you need to discard?
Nope.
Yeah, sitting on a measly 3, so it's back to you. Or no, it's back to me. Sorry.
Yeah.
But
Want to give me another turn?
Nah, you're already in really good shape going into this next round. So, all right. So we got my free card. All of my agents are healthy. They've passed their physicals with flying colors since that last investigation. They're all going to generate enough resource points to take my pool from 6 to 11. And as for buying cards, let's not go too crazy, I suppose. Well, maybe a little. Let's do 3 cards. And that'll leave me with 8. And I'm going to return Karen Kostov's resource point that she used in the last round, and I'll turn it over to you. Sell away.
I'm just going to sell the Thinker for 5 and draw 3, which will put me at 10.
Yeah, Mike did pretty handily in that last round, so yeah, it's looking really good. All right, so you got 3 cards, Mike?
3 cards, got them.
Yeah, 10 in your pool. Looks pretty good. Okay, well, I pulled a hard evidence, so I'm going to play that now for 2, and I'm going to add 5 tokens to my resource pool, so that's going to take it up to 11. And now let's skip past the healing phase once again. And for requisition, I got no equipment cards to speak of, so we'll skip past that as well. For deployment, everyone's going to stay out in the field as 1 unit, strength in numbers. And for case assignment, we currently have outskirts still on the mat. So that is worth considering. Though before I put down a second site, Mike, I'm going to use Brookman's token and take a look at your hand, and one of your cards is going to get removed from the game.
Wow. All right. As it, let's see, it's just examine opponent's hand and remove 1 cards from the game. Okay. Well,
yeah,
I only have 1.
Yeah.
I only have 1 conspiracy card, and that's false leads.
Okay.
You're familiar with that one?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Other than that, evasive maneuvers, the Thinker, good old Deep Throat, No One So Paranoid, and Newark, New Jersey.
Well, interesting thing about Brookman is that it doesn't say whether the card should be a conspiracy card or not. No, so I could go that route. The false leads card is the only card Mike has on his. The false leads card is the only card he's going to be able to play this turn. And I was going to use manners to bring out a witness before I brought out this next site. And that's exactly what Mike can do right now. But the question is, it costs 8, though. It's a very pricey card. So it's a question of, does Mike really want to empty out his pool to keep me from bringing out a lousy witness courtesy of manners?
I will.
Does he want to do that?
I will.
All right. So you won't have a whole lot of conspiracy points.
I don't have anything else in my hand, bro.
Well, you have a Deep Throat that I can also have removed from the game.
I mean, as far as conspiracy, why would I not play false leads? It's the only conspiracy card that I have.
Yeah. So the question is, do I want to? Well, okay. You know what? What the hell? Let's do that. We're gonna remove Deep Throat from the game.
All right.
And before I play this next site, I want to use Manners token to bring out an observation witness before I lose out any other opportunities to benefit from it. So Manners is going to use one of his 2 tokens to allow me to search my hand and pull out a witness card that I will add to my hand. And then if I decide to play it, I can do so at that point. Now, Mike, I think this is the juncture in which you need to decide.
The only so
hold on a second, I gotta actually pull it, but
yeah, let's discuss it real quick.
While I'm searching for the witness, go ahead, talk it out.
Yeah. So well, Manners has 2 tokens, right?
Yes.
But knowing you and your decks, you probably only have 1 of each witness because you have Manners for just that reason. So what are the odds are that you have 2 of these witnesses and it costs me 8 out of my 10 for you to just do the exact same thing right over again? you are pulling a witness to contribute to a skill check, not to negate an adversary, which leads me to believe that you probably have 2 in the same deck, which means I am not going to play false leads right now.
You're not? Oh, okay. Well, all right. I was so looking for, because we never see that card get played. No one ever plays it because it is way too costly. All right, so I'm gonna play. Well, do you have to play it before? Like, are you sure you're finally decided? Because I think once I play it, then you lose that. Okay.
Yeah, then I don't have the ability. Yeah. I had, that's why I was talking it through, because it's one of those things. As soon as you're like, it's on the table, bitch, I'm like, ah. So yeah. You're good.
So because at that point it's gone from my hand to the mat.
Correct.
So anyway, Dr. Nollette is gonna be played for 3. However, because he has the keyword observation, I'm going to use Karen Kossoff's resource point to take down a little bit from his cost. So I'm only going to lose 2 from my pool. And Dr. Nollette is going to add 1 to my pool every time a keyword sciences or observation card is played. And funnily enough, I do have a site in my hand with that keyword observation. And it's NASA Mission Control, Houston, Texas. And we're only going to pay 1 for that. However, Dr. Nollette is going to give me 1 right back because it has the keyword observation on it. In addition to observation, Mike, NASA Mission Control also has the keywords sciences, affiliation, and result. But I know from what's in your hand, you really don't have much to offer. So I have a feeling.
You can go ahead and investigate that.
So now the question is can I divvy up my agents enough that I can actually get both sites investigated? There is that bluff on the other site. Before I decide to send my agents to there, Mike, I'm going to use one of Scully's 3 tokens to see what bluff you put down on outskirts.
Oh, you son of a bitch. It's just a sight card.
All right, so it's a true bluff there. All right, I'll basically just set that 24 card aside. And now the question is, can we get? Well, I have 10 observation on my team, so I should be able to pull it off. So let's just make sure I can. So 2 there, 1 there, 3 there, and 2 there. Yep, that works. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna send the ladies over to outskirts of Atlantic City, and maybe they can make a day of it. Drop a few coins in the slots after they celebrate this successful site investigation. And we're gonna send the gentleman over to NASA Mission Control. All right. So let's begin our investigation at outskirts. So we're going to apply our observation skills to it. So again, Scully's got 2, Henderson's got 2, Karen Kossoff has 1, courtesy of the binoculars. Mike, obviously you got nothing in your hand that's going to upend this one. So let's consider that one solved. And I would very, 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 very much like to get a great guess at this point, like you did, by asking, do I want to go affiliation or try again for the motive? Well, there's an affiliation over there, so maybe I'll get 2 chances at the affiliation. By and large, it's looking like I can shave off maybe 7 possibilities from the X-File you chose. Mike, by any chance, is your X-Files affiliation evolutionary?
My affiliation is not evolutionary.
All right. Well, can't always be lucky guessers like Mike was earlier. So let's skip past the identity question because I still have 26 possibilities left. So it's not looking like I'm going to narrow it down to 6 like Mike did in that last round. But nevertheless, all is not lost. Let's turn our attention to NASA Mission Control, and we've got Clyde Brookman and Detective Manners applying their observation skills there. He's got 3, or I'm sorry, Clyde Brookman's got 3, Detective Manners has 2 for a total of 5, enough to make that skill check. Mike, once again, has nothing in his hand that's going to upend this investigation, so I guess I'll fire another one off at the affiliation then. By any chance, is your X-Files affiliation primordial, like mine is?
No.
Damn it. All right, so with all of that done, there are still 19 remaining. And so, I'm going to continue to don a chicken suit and not guess the identity of Mike's X-File. So we're going to discard NASA Mission Control. And at this point, it's time to debrief, Mike.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm keeping everything in my hand.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, back to you.
Sweet, free card. Yeah. Nice. Okay, so I should get 5. So I'm gonna go.
I need to sell a lot because this could be it.
3, 4, 5.
Sell. Everything must go, really, because Mike's got me down to 6. He's got me on the ropes at this point, so I gotta do everything I can to stop him.
All right, go ahead and I'm good at buying
generating res.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm at 6. Good.
You're not buying any cards?
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna sell No One So Paranoid for 5, Evasive Maneuvers for 4, and Lucy Householder for 4. That's a total of 13. So that gives me 17 in my pool. And boy, do I need a lot if I wanna win this. So 5 cards, leaving me with 12. Over to you. Got to make this count.
Alrighty. So how many cards?
Well, hold on, real quick. I got to read this card real quick because it may be. Okay, it's not phase dependent. Go ahead. Sorry, continue.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna Bruckman.
Oh, should have played. No, I shouldn't have said that. Damn it. All right. Eliminating the source. That's one you're definitely going to be removing. Also, you're going to be for Brookman. Oh, yeah, hosting. You also have hosting as well. So, mechanic, mailman, body armor, Joseph Patnick, injured relative. Those are the resource. Or sorry, those are the conspiracy points. Let me try to make room here. Oops. I've got no room on this playmat here.
Patnick is what is he again? What are his
result activator, and the mechanic is actually no, I'm not done with the conspiracy cards, Mike. I've got more. I'm sorry. So mechanic is affiliation, Joseph Patnick is result. I've also got poltergeist attack, that's an occult investigation activator, and lastly abduction, alien investigation. And I have a Frohickey here.
What was the so Joseph Patnick is result. Mechanic is
affiliation.
Okay. All right, perfect. Poltergeist is a cult. Right?
Yep. And abduction is alien investigation.
And injured relative is a bluff. And then what was the other one? The eliminating the source, right?
Yeah, it means you can only investigate criminal investigation or evidence collection sites.
Yeah, let's get that one the hell out of here.
Yeah, I had a feeling. Good job on that one. Damn it. I wanted to, because I thought for a second, wait, is this one you have to play like in briefing? And I'm like, don't go any further. And I tipped my hand on that one. So that one's on me.
All right, I'm going to use Agent Henderson's token.
Search for a motive site. No good on that.
That'll work great.
Yep.
There. Yep. All right. Oh, God. See, that's why I keep them in the box, because they go sliding around everywhere.
Yeah, motive site. That's great. That's going to dance around all the adversaries that I have.
Jeez. Come on, man.
All right. Well, hey, this was going to be a very quick one, which means people will still have time to tune in and catch most of the pre-game show over at the Super Bowl in David Peace. David Peace is probably going to be keeping an eye out for Taylor Swift, as he is, after all, a diehard Swiftie there. And what is that icon? Oh, the chicken. I couldn't make it out first until I brought it up on the screen. So, yeah. And thank you everyone for tuning in. I really wasn't expecting anyone to watch this game while the pregame was happening right now. So thank you again. If you're not subscribed, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's very, very helpful. And give it a like if you have a chance. Always appreciate the support. Love it.
Oh man!
And stick around for the end of this matchup, because I'm going to be announcing what's coming up for the milestone 100th gameplay episode of this channel, which is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday. I'd have to confirm it, but obviously it's going to be the 100th episode, so I'm going to try to make it a special one.
Might not have exactly what I need in here, but that's okay.
Hopefully I'll fare better in the next game than I am in this one. Oh yes, Jonathan, I've got an announcement for this 100th episode. I think it's going to be a fitting matchup. I can't think of a better matchup to do for this 100th one, and I think you guys will find it very special. So we'll stick around till the very end, and I'll tell you guys what's happening with that.
Oh man, you might come out of this one unscathed, my friend.
You don't have a motive sight in your deck?
Well, I do, but kind of. All right, let me shuffle these.
Oh, it might be that my adversaries might get to come out and play, perhaps.
Yeah. That's an issue.
Yeah. Well, you do have. Well, depending on what it is.
Okay.
Yeah. Depends on the skill. So, what site did you pull? Do you have to tell me, or do you not have to tell me?
No, it says discard a token to look through your bureau deck.
You don't have to tell me. All right. Yeah, but I'm going to find out soon enough.
Yeah, probably.
So, carry on then.
All right. I need to check something real quick.
Yep, fire away. So, so tentatively, we're looking at the next game to be on Wednesday evening. I haven't hammered out a time, but it's probably going to be at least after 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, at least. Might be closer to 9 p.m. Central Standard Time is what I'm looking at, but I'm waiting for my opponent to confirm that with me. And then I'll have the confirmation email announcing it. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, you can also stay up to date on when we've got matchups coming up in the X-Files CCG Facebook group headed by Dax Goulding, our dear leader. Link to that in the description below. We've also got a Discord community where most of our conversations take place and where most of the games that we schedule are taking place. That's also where we conduct our fan-made expansion discussions by and large. So link to the Discord community is there. And we also spend countless hours discussing card rules, much to sometimes the detriment of our sanity. Right, Mike?
Yeah, well, I let you guys do that.
Well,
there are times I just bow out. I'm like, nah, the children are fighting again. I'm going to...
Yeah. You're like, as if it doesn't affect a tournament in progress, then you're okay with it.
All right, man. I'm going to use Holstein's token now.
All right. Which card do you want? To reiterate, I've got Body Armor, Mailman, Abduction, Poltergeist, Mechanic, Frohickey, Injured Relative, and Joseph Patnick.
Injured Relative, I believe. Read that one for me.
Send an agent to the hospital.
Yeah, that's going to be Holstein, yeah. All right, my friend, no equipment to add. We are going to go hang out for 1 to Central Prison, Occult Criminal, Motive, Method.
One bluff.
We're up to 7. We're up to 7 viewers there for a second. That was
we did, yeah, we did for a moment. That's pretty good. Again, was not expecting anyone to watch on Super Bowl Sunday. So, yeah, one bluff. I think. You said that's occult and criminal, right?
Occult and criminal. Yep.
Yeah, one bluff is final answer.
Everybody's going.
Tell us what skills are being applied to that site.
Occult investigation, in which I have 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. And the one bluff is the mailman, which I'll pay 3 for because it was face down. And the mailman is going to take 1 token, 1 game effect token from any card and move it to another card immediately. This may not take the card above the normal number of tokens allowed. And since you so thoughtfully decided to use Hosting's token right then and there, I guess I'll have to settle for one of Manners' 2 witness tokens. So I'll take that, and I'll move it over to my Brookman on my end here.
Definitely.
For what little that's worth. So that one's out. And so now you're still good with the site, but I'm going to just play an adversary, but I suspect you've probably got an answer to that. But it's only going to cost me 3 to put it out there, so what the hell. We're going to take away 3 from the pool to play Poltergeist Attack. Now, that one has an Occult Investigation activator, for which that is one of the keywords on Central Prison, so the activator is met. Mike, that's an occult creature phenomena. What do you got to answer to that before we maybe head into combat?
Well, that's a phenomena creature, right?
Yep. You got a hell money?
No. I didn't put any hell money in. But let's go to combat, man. Let's do it.
Oh, we're going to combat? Oh, yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't expecting that. Well, all right. So the Poltergeist Attack is an interesting one in that it is.
Hold on. Wait. Oh, wait. I can't. Wait, I can do that, can I? So wow, it's been a while since I've done one of these. All right, so that adversary is occult and
creature phenomena.
Creature phenomena occult. So if I use the thinker and change him to alien, he wouldn't meet the.
You're only changing the keywords, which is not the activator.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And it would have you can only change it on a card that I control, not that you control.
Okay. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I think let's see. Oh, dude, yeah, I'm gonna kill your adversary in 1 round.
No, you're not. Actually, you're not going to kill him because the Poltergeist Attack is unaffected by combat attacks. It's a ghost, Mike. You can't touch it.
Wait, so he's just going to take out my entire team?
No, the text goes on to say it will attack for only 1 long-range combat round and 1 close-range combat round, and then it's discarded. But unless, yeah.
Manners.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I thought we pretty much had gone into combat, but I'll give you this. If you got something to answer to it, go for it. Get a witness. You're going to need the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 in order to get out of this one, which you got. Yeah. You're going to exercise that ghost.
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
Yeah. I should have been like, well, you said we're going into combat, so I should have held you to that, but I'm a sport about it, so yeah, the ghost.
Sorry, I'm trying. Like I was confused on the thinker. That's why, and I looked down and I forgot that I had that. But yeah.
Yeah. So my ghost has been exercised there. It's a no-go. That was my only hope there because again, you're the 2 question types on that site are method and motive, right?
Well, I screwed. So here's where I screwed up. Was I've got, this. I've got an evasive maneuvers.
Yeah, wouldn't have worked on this one.
So I screwed up, and I should have with Holstein. I should have Holsteined the Poltergeist, And then, yeah, it's just, it is.
Well, and then I would have injured relative hosting, and you would have lost that way, unless.
And then I won, and then I would have played No One's So Paranoid
for 0.
Well, I was at 5.
How'd you get to 0 again?
Sorry, because I just played the 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬.
They only cost 2.
Or 2. Oh, sorry. Oh, you're right.
So how did you lose all that? Okay, I thought you had zeroed out your whole pool there.
I thought I did. I thought I did too. But
all right. Well, nevertheless, I can't answer anything more on that site. So you've got yourself a question. Hit me. Motive or method? What's your poison?
Sorry, I'm like, oh my god, I need more coffee. Let's all remember. Yeah, let's all remember. Steven's smarter than I am. Let's always remember that. You know what it is? I don't get to play. I don't get to play that many games anymore, right? I mean, Matt and I will play multiple games every week. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I can recite most of these game effects from memory, so I know you can. Yeah, so most of them. I wouldn't say all of them. Maybe all the premier ones. All right, what's my X-Files? What are you feeling? Method or motive?
Is your method violence?
Nope.
Oh, perfect.
So that shaved off what? 2 more possible? 3?
3.
3. All right. So I think you got me down to 3. Come on, you got to be feeling confident by now. 3 X-Files remaining on Mike's end for my hidden X-File, and I've still got 19 to narrow down before I can even venture a guess. Oh, Jay's Faction says the link's not working. Hey, David Peace, David Peace, Jonathan 𝐗, either of you guys got the Discord link? Can you post it in the discussion? I guess I need to update it. Thank you so much, Jays of Acton, for pointing that out. I will get that updated. There's probably like 1 character missing from it or something. But yeah, if David Peace, Jonathan 𝐗, anyone in our Discord community can post the updated link in the chat, that would be so helpful. Otherwise, I'll do it after we wrap up here.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at it.
All right, 1 and 3.
Mainly because all my tokens for my guys are gone. Like that question cost me a lot, so I might as well reap the benefits of it.
Might as well. What do you got? What are you feeling?
Is your X-File?
Big brain this. He's big braining at people. Bane. He's really thinking about this.
Is your X-File Donnie Faster?
My X-File is not Donnie Faster.
Yeah.
Hell of a guess, though. And on the plus side, you've only got 2 possibilities remaining for what my X-File is. He was almost going to be my X-File, actually. I'll tell you, like when I was picking between the ones remaining, he was on the short list. So looks like I get to live to fight another round. Mike, I'm gonna. You asked me a method question, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be awarded a penalty question since his guess was incorrect. And what is the low-hanging fruit now that we have ruled out a few possibilities? Mike, by any chance, is your X-Files method subterfuge?
My method is not subterfuge.
Well, looks like that paid off for you better than it paid off for me. So we have now narrowed Mike's hidden X-File possibility down to 15. So I didn't gain a whole lot of ground out of that. Let's hope my side investigation fares a little better. At this point, Mike, we're going to head into debriefing. Do you need to get rid of any cards?
No, I'm good.
Well, I might as well part with the injured relative, so there's no point in keeping that one around. Back to me then. New card, new round. And once again, all of my agents are out of the hospital, and so they can all generate resource points. So again, so he's got 2. Henderson has 1. Karen Kossoff has 1. Clyde Brookman has 1. So that 5 is going to take my pool from 9 to 14. and I think I'll get 4 cards. No, we'll get 5. Put it at 9. Over to you.
Alrighty, I am going to. Alrighty then. We're gonna do some selling.
Sell. Everything must go.
We're gonna sell evasive maneuvers for 4. We're gonna sell the thinker for 5.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna sell. Do I want to keep that? Do I want to keep it? Yes, I probably should. Yeah, we're just gonna sell those for 9. Wait, how many do you have? You have 9 resource.
Yep.
It's against my better judgment, but we'll see what happens. We're gonna sell No One So Paranoid for 5 as well. So 14, which puts me at 24. And I'm going to buy.
You can buy the whole deck with that practically.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, by the way, how many cards do make up your deck? Do you know roughly how many there are?
I think it was somewhere between 80, 75 and 80, something like that.
I mean, not quite the whole deck, but
no.
Yeah, right. I assumed you were going with a 60 card lean and mean deck.
I'm gonna buy 5.
All right. Wow. Still a lot to spend. Okay. Boy, I wish I had another reading the signs and whatnot to chip away at that, but I don't. So, well, before we leave briefing, actually, I'm going to play a friend in the FBI. For 2, however, I'm going to actually do a shorthand way of paying for that. So friend in the FBI is placed in the bureau section, just like the rejuvenating caves that I played in the last round. I'm going to place 10 tokens on the card, and during the briefing phase, of which we're still currently in, I can take up to 2 and add them to my resource pool, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to use the first 2 that I pull from friend in the FBI to pay for the card because it costs 2, so I only am going to put 8 cards on here because we're still in briefing. So again, it's just a shorthand way of paying for the card if you remember to play it while the briefing phase is still happening. So now that that's resolved, I'm going to give Karen Kosov her resource point back, and we're ready to head out of the briefing phase now. And we're going to skip past the healing phase once again, and we're going to also skip past requisition, even though that would be a sweet card to play. I think I might want to save it for next time. We'll keep everyone deployed in the field as one team. And for case assignment, we're going to play the Teso dos Bichos excavation site, or the Teso dos Bichos excavation in Ecuadorian highlands, South America, for 2. However, because it has the keyword observation on it, Karen Kosov is going to pay for half of it, and I'll deduct 1 from my pool. And because it has a keyword observation, Dr. Nollette is going to add 1 right back to the pool for that. Mike, observation and method are the keywords on this card.
I'm going to go with
Well, since you're so busy deciding, I'm going to use Clyde Brookman's token now.
Oh, yeah, that's fun.
All right, let's see what you got.
I got a Roy. Oh, sorry, a mailman.
A Roy?
So when Matt and I played, so Matt's when we were first in high school, his stepdad was named Roy, and he looked like that, and he was just such a loser piece of crap. So one day I wrote Roy on the card. So we've had this card since we were playing back in the day.
Is that written on the card or the sleeve?
Oh, it's on the card, my friend.
Wow. Oh, wow. Because you weren't sleeving the cards back then.
Yeah, it's on the card. So I got Roy. I got Alien Experimentation.
All right.
I got a Blue Plate Special. I got an Unexplainable Time Loss.
I'm not worried about that.
I got the false leads.
Who got that?
I got the Newark. I got the sheriff. And I got the friends in the FBI.
All right. Run by me the conspiracy cards just once more. I got to think carefully about this. Yeah.
Unexplainable time loss.
Got enough science.
Blue plate special.
Blue plate. That's a purple card, but yeah.
Alien experimentation.
Yeah.
Roy.
Let's go with alien experimentation. It is removed from the game.
Removed from the game.
Oh yeah. And so I think with that one removed, all you have left is you have Roy and you have the false leads. So that's, and you have the unexplainable time loss, but I think I should be good there. Yeah. So do you have any bluffs you want to put down on this site? I know you've got one.
Yeah, I'm going to put a bluff down.
Let's do it. All right, so let's head into the investigation phase, and everyone is going to the site, and we're going to apply, once again, our observation skills for it. I've got a whopping 10 on my end here. 2 from Scully, 2 from Henderson, 1 from Kossoff, 3 from Bruckman, 2 from Manners. Let's see that bluff.
It's Roy!
Fancy that. Whoa, who would have thought? Pay the 3 for it.
Whoa!
And I'm going to play Langley for 2.
Fine.
I mean, I couldn't stand to lose my other Bruckman token. It would just tear me up inside.
I know, right?
And so with that out of the way, let's just declare this one solved, Mike. I don't think you've got anything else you're going to be able to do. Oh, yeah. I should have thought about that one. All right. Let's see what happens. Next card is 3 if it's any good. What do you got? This is always fun. It's got to be a conspiracy card.
The evil one.
Ugh, it's no good. You need another occult adversary to answer for that. And plus, it's affiliation activator, so not going to work. All right, it's a good try though. Hey, two Kevin Morrises were temporarily out on the mat there a moment ago.
Oh, well, yeah, right?
One was Kevin Morris. The other was a different character portrayed by the same actor. Yeah, David, look at that. David, we got 2 of them out there. He has multiplied.
Officially. Legitimately, 2 of them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man, go ahead and ask your question. You know I can't do anything.
Yeah, I think that was David Peace's worst nightmare we just saw right there. All right, so successfully resolved the Teso dos Bichos excavation site, which went a little better than how it did in the episode. I didn't even have a cat thrown in my face in the course of that one. Wall of cats, yep. All right, so let's take another crack at Mike's X-Files method. By any chance, Mike, is your X-Files method threats?
My method is threats.
Finally. All right, now we're cooking. It is threats, so let's zero out violence and possession and all the other irrelevant methods. But
you're coming back, dude. You're coming back.
Slowly but surely. I've got 7 remaining, and you've got me down to 2. So I think it would be unwise to take a crack at, because if I get it wrong, then Mike's penalty question can resolve what my X-File is. So all he has to do is successfully investigate a site. Which really, I think even if he successfully investigates a site, he's going to be able to do it anyway, now that I think about it. So alternately,
you might as well take a stab now, right?
Well, then alternately, I think either you can decide to 50-50 by guessing the X-File, or you can just go for the sure characteristic question, and at least you'll know what it is going into the next round. Oh damn! And I'm not really
it sucks, man. Because either way, whether I get it here or I get it there, I get it either way. So at least
I have to bank on stopping you. I have to just be confident enough that my cards are going to be able to do their job. So you know what? I'm not gonna lose this on a penalty question, Mike. I'll skip it. It's very, very tempting. If I had if you still had me down to 3, I might have, because at least there's a little bit of a buffer, but this penalty question would take away absolutely no buffer. So I don't want to lose on a penalty. So
I'll tell you right now, man. Even I don't care. Even if I lose, this has been a fun game.
It's been great. Yeah, we've burned through all of our game effects, and
right.
Yeah, like all of our agents' game effect. Well, the ones that mean anything really are out of the way. Hosting and Bruckman. So now Mike and I are just kind of at the mercy of whatever our opponent's going to throw at us. Like,
did you I thought about putting these in, and I didn't at the last minute. Were you smart enough to put in some Nurse Owens?
There's one in there at least. I don't think I put 2 in there. Yeah. It costs 6, so you'd have to, obviously have enough to afford it, which you don't at the moment. But I mean, simple resource generation in the next round will possibly do that. So let's head into debriefing. And let's get rid of some stuff here. I don't think you're really going to go alien abduction. I say that now, but you could. I don't know. But I got to get rid of something here. So, I'll toss the abduction card and then watch Mike plays an alien abduction site going into this next one.
All right. Is it mine?
It is yours. Have at it.
Okay. All right. Free card. I'm going to start things out. I can start things out with a friend in the FBI, correct?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we'll put a friend in the FBI, and it'll just pay for itself, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And then put 8 tokens on there. Yep.
And then 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 puts me at 8. And you're at 6. I'm gonna buy 2.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Stiletto is going bye-bye for 5, and deductive reasoning is getting discarded for 3. Do I want to get rid of that? Let's see. That's gonna, if I stay with that, that gives me 8. But I really am gonna need some cards. Let's get rid of 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 as well for 3. I didn't want to do it, but that looks a little better. That's 11. That'll give me 17 to work with. And yeah, I think should probably get a lot. 5 cards. And that leaves me with 12. Carry on, sir.
All right, man. We're going for broke here.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Let's do this. This may be the end of the game here, but we'll see what happens.
I don't know. I think you'll be able to stop me. I think you're confident enough you'll be able to stop me. So I'm going to play 2. I'm going to play 2 sites.
All right. Everyone's staying out in the field, I imagine. So no one's going deployed back. All right. Cool.
All right, I'm going to do an evidence collection, Newark, New Jersey, and an alien investigation affiliation.
Son of a method. I could have abducted one of your agents. Damn it.
And I know I just pulled that card, dude. I know. And Morris pays 1 for each one of them. So instead of 4, they only cost me 2. So that'll put me at 4.
4. Yeah. All right. So affiliation is coastal Northwest Oregon. And if I'm not mistaken, Newark, New Jersey is a method.
Correct.
All right. 1 bluff for sure on New Jersey. One bluff for sure on the other one, but bear with me real quick.
Yeah.
Damn it. I really wish I kept that card in my hand. It's so frustrating. All right, two bluffs on oh, sorry, you got them backwards. Sorry, I don't know why I was. All right, so let me double check. Okay, that one is Newark, as is that one, and then over here, just that one. It's final answer. So your Alien Investigation one has one bluff. Newark, New Jersey has two bluffs on it.
Okay, I'm gonna move my agents into position here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and go to the Alien first, Central Coastal Northwest Oregon.
Tell us what you got there.
Holstein has 2, Krychek has 3 for a total of 5 for affiliation.
Okay, and the bluff on that one is Nasty Surprise. Play to add 5 tokens to your conspiracy pool. Did you want to negate that one?
No.
No? You're not feeling it?
No.
Okay, doke. So I'm going to add 5 tokens to my pool, but really it's just going to be 3 once I factor in the cost of that. So that one is resolved. Shoot, did you sell that? I can't remember that other card. Don't remember. What the hell? I can't remember if you sold that card, but I'm going to just go ahead and play the Crew Cut Man for 6. And that's going to take my pool down to 9. And Mike, the Crew Cut Man has an activator of... Oh, no, wait, sorry. Is that the... Right, affiliation, sorry. I'm playing Mechanic, sorry, for 7. So I take one more. Mechanic for 7, not Crew Cut Man. Because the Mechanic has the affiliation activator. My bad.
What's the Mechanic's keywords?
Government, pawn, and creature. You kept it, didn't you? Ah, shoot. Yeah. Okay. All right. So he's gone. All right. So that's 2 out of your pool. I got nothing on that. So I think you got me. Shoot. Yeah, I can't answer. Blue plate, but I don't think I've got. I'm not feeling hopeful that I'm going to be able to stop this. It would have to. Yep, it's a site. So screw it. It's game. Okay. It's Sea off Tilda Scan Norway. It's a site.
Why would it be game?
Because really, no matter if you get the question wrong or right, because you already know my motive. Or sorry, you know my affiliation. So you're taking a 50-50 at this one. I forgot. Yeah. I don't know, in my head that was a method site, so I kept thinking that you didn't know it. That's why I played the Crew Cut Man. It's like, wait, that's method, right? No, it's affiliation.
So in order to make it happen, I have to ask, is your affiliation primordial? Which...
Yeah. Yep, okay. It is still. Shocker, right?
Are you 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬?
Yeah. Congrats, Mike. You have bested me, and it was a close one too. So yep, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 is my hidden X-File, and Mike is the winner of this one, and it was a hard-fought one, too. What was the other X-File remaining? It was 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and who else?
And Sheriff Tom Arenas.
All right, well done, well done.
Let me, out of curiosity, was I going to be able to investigate that next site, or did you have something deviant up your sleeve?
Unless you had a Langley in your hand, I had the Conundrum. The Conundrum was going to negate that site easily, so
yeah, it would have, yeah. And I literally had nothing else. I had, no more resource cards at all. So
man, that Sheriff Mazeroski just saved your ass on that one because the mechanic would have easily gotten rid of one of your two agents for sure. And I had a combat card in my hand that I could have played on that if we'd gone into combat, but I couldn't recall if you had sold the card when I saw it earlier. And I should have been paying attention to what you were selling. And I was like, what the hell? Because if I didn't stop you, you were going to end it anyway. So, in my head, because I kept thinking it was a method one. But anyway, that's game. If we had gone the alternate timeline and I took a 1 in 7 guess at your X-File, I would have probably guessed the Gregors.
You would have been wrong.
Yeah. So what is it? Reverse Engineers, Cigarette Man, Poltergeist Attack, Mrs. Paddock. Come on,
Mrs. Paddock. There you go.
Yep. So would have been a loss either way. So I only just prolonged the inevitable by not taking a guess. But hey, it's still it came down to a witness card when all is said and done.
You made me
tore 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 apart, or
you made me earn it, man. You made me earn it. It was not an easy game, but like I said, that was a fun game, man. I really enjoyed playing that.
Yeah, it's not, and I hadn't played in a while. I've mostly been just observing playtest games for the season 5 expansion. I've been doing field game. Oh, there she is. Yeah,
two cards down.
Oh, so if you had generated 5, or if you generated 5 resource point? Well, no, you might not have. If I had
6, it would have been my next turn, but it would have given me Bruckman, Holstein, Manners, and freaking what's her name, Henderson. Would have put tokens back on all my agents other than 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. That would have been killer.
Yeah, you would have had to have just bought 3 card, and then you would have had to have just bought at least 1 more card to get it. So yeah, there's a chance that would have happened, and you probably would have had enough. Yeah, you would have had enough to pay for it if you didn't buy too many cards. So yeah, it was fun, and I hope you get another chance to throw down, because it had been a while. You know, you'd been in the process of moving and getting the new house set up and the new studio, obviously, behind you, which looks really nice, by the way. Getting better every time I see you on camera.
I forgot to turn my lights on, but yeah.
Oh, well, better luck. You can blame Evil Bunny for that. So he was sleeping.
Oh, dude, you should. So you'll love this. Speaking of Evil Bunny, so my nieces were over last weekend, and the youngest niece, Ellie, she comes in here and she's like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, "That's Evil Bunny." And she's like, "Can I play with him?" I'm like, "No,
you don't want to play with Evil Bunny.
No, you cannot." And then my wife's like, "Here you go," and I'm like, "Oh God!" And she's like just walking around the house with Evil Bunny, like playing with him, and I'm just like, "He's gonna kill me later. He's straight up gonna kill me later." And then they're like, "Can we take it to the cheese factory?" I'm like, no, you cannot take Evil Bunny to the cheese factory. Like, no, put him back. He needs to go back in his home. He's going to murder us all.
Yep. And forgive me, I'm currently looking for the reason why she would not want to play with Evil Bunny. And I have that reason right here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's Hellspawn.
Actually, I'll bring in my other camera so I can, I'll bring in my other camera so you can actually read that text a little better.
Oh, read it for us. I don't have one. I can't read it. Read it for us.
Evil Bunny thinks you suck.
Nice.
You don't have one? I made.
Oh no, I have. I have them.
I was gonna say, I made this so Dax would send it to you. So.
Oh yeah, I've got a couple Evil Bunnies.
Yeah, I was say better have Evil Bunny. That's
that's
primo adversary right there. That right there is a demon straight out of hell. Probably one of the inner circles, if I had to guess. So he costs 8. He's an occult creature. Shocker, right? So Evil Bunny thinks you suck. Has long range, close range, and health of 6. 666. Yeah, 666, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And he's played on a team in any section when your opponent has committed a game error, or as we like to call them lovingly, X fails.
Mm-hmm.
During combat, you may belittle your opponent. If your opponent mocks you back, then subtract 1 from all damage sources applied to this adversary. So it's a very, very devastating adversary. It basically has a Patnick effect, and you don't want to mess with that. So anyone wants a copy of this one, they can just message Dax Gold and who you can find either, again, in our Facebook group or in our Discord community. He is present in both of them, so he will gladly accept any orders for cards. So feel free to hit him up. He's a good bloke, and he's also very, very good at what he does. And what he does is making very, very good fan-made cards for us to expand upon this X-Files CCG universe. So, anyway, so I do want to, before I forget, and why would I forget? Because this is very exciting. So this was the 99th episode of Alien Investigations, the 99th gameplay episode, that is. We've had some specials here and there. But for this milestone 100th gameplay episode that we've got coming up tentatively Wednesday, I'm going to be squaring off with the man, the myth, the legend, who I have never played in a game of X-Files CCG with before. Mike has played against him on a couple of occasions. I don't think maybe you've won a game or two, but I think he's largely, handed your ass to you. So I will be, that's right, alphabetically. So I'm going to be squaring off with OG X-Files CCG playtester and the man who worked for United States Playing Card Company while the game was in production, and he was basically on every rung of the management ladder while the game was in production. And he was the last person to work on the X-Files CCG game when it went belly up and it was discontinued at the end of 97, early 98. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great honor to be saying that I will be squaring off in a game of X-Files CCG with the one and only Mr. David May. And you can find his name right on the back of your X-Files CCG manual. He is one of the many, many, many playtesters listed on here who was there at the beginning when the game was in its early days. So he was one of the many playtesters who was scrutinizing these cards and helping to improve upon them while the game was first being conceived. And
Top row, isn't he?
Yeah, what's that?
Top row, isn't he?
I think he's in one of the upper rows. Yeah, they're not listed alphabetically on here. He's in. Oh no, he's in the second row, last name on the end, second row. But still way up there. It's a long list of playtesters.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So, yeah. So Mr. David May has been gracious enough to avail himself for this special game. And like I said, I have not played a game with him previously. We even met at File Fest, and we just didn't get a chance to throw down because we were too busy demoing the game and doing a tournament for the people attending that convention. I would have loved to have gotten to play a game against him in person, but I'll take the next best thing. So it's going to be a classic game of X-Files CCG. Again, no augmented rules, no fan-made cards, nothing. It's just going to be good old-fashioned commercially released cards that we're going to be applying to it. He's going to be bringing his best team to it, I'm sure, as I will do for mine. It's going to be a hell of a game, I'm sure, and I look forward to putting on that game. Again, this Wednesday is the plan, but again, if you stay tuned in our Discord community and our Facebook group, as well as on this channel, you'll know soon enough. And again, if anyone, I didn't see anyone post the link to the Discord community. So 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, I'm going to update that link as soon as we wrap up here.
You got to do a montage. You got to make yourself a montage going into the game.
I remember you doing that on Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG back in the day when you had a game against David May, and I thought about doing it, but I'm like, that's just I feel like it's just rehashing an old joke.
No, man, so, no, it's not the same. You're gonna train differently than I trained, right?
I though?
I was dumb. I ran down the street and started throwing up. That's not how you train. You know?
I would probably wind up refunding my lunch too if I ran down the street. I gotta get this dad bod into better shape prior to this. And I've only got like a couple of days to do it, because if it's gonna be Wednesday, then it would have to be a very, very fast workout. montage. So yeah, maybe. I don't have a day off though, unfortunately. So I don't know if it's gonna happen. Maybe if I go back and edit this later on, I'll insert that montage for the edited video. Probably not for the live one, because again, it's only if it's only a couple days away. If I had another weekend between now and then maybe. But I'm excited, and I know Mr. David May is going to be a very formidable opponent. You know that firsthand.
Hey, I've only seen him be beat once, and that was at FileFest by Chris. So
right. We saw it in the previous tournament, but it was a dirty game, and
it wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't dirty. It was just a mechanic that there's a reason why we don't allow it anymore, and I can't blame the person that played him because it was totally legal to do so. You know, it was just,
but not anymore in the tournaments we're putting on anyway.
No, the game's just not as fun. I mean, imagine if all of a sudden you were allowed to have 15 deep throats in a deck. Well, that wouldn't be. Yeah, that wouldn't be much fun, right? I mean, I played one deep throat in this game, and you removed it from the game, and that was it. So I had to do it without it.
Right.
That's what makes it more fun. That's why actually I really like this deck, and I actually want to play it again. So if anybody wants to play this deck, I'm going to leave it exactly like it is. You know what I have going into it. I'd love to play another game. So reach out to the Discord group, and let's play a game, man. I go back to work not this upcoming week tomorrow, but the week after, as I start my new gig. So I got a whole week. Let's hang out. Let's play a game.
Excellent. And we can do that on Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG. Check that channel out if you are not already subscribing to that one. You should be. If you're watching this channel, you should be checking out that other channel as well. That's where you get all the deep dive into the game and its history and all the interviews with not only former employees of United States Playing Card Company, but also X-Files alum. So if you like the show and you want to see some of the actors get interviewed on that channel, go for it. Yeah. I mean, there's some great interviews on there. You've interviewed you've interviewed Spender, you've interviewed Robin Mosley, who was in a couple of episodes. You even interviewed the man, Kresge.
Oh, David Lewis, yeah. Which I was just talking to him about. They didn't invite him to FileFest. I'm like, what the crap?
Well, they didn't last year. But I would say maybe. Yeah, if maybe someone could reach out to the event organizer and be like, hey, what about David Lewis? He was in 3 episodes. Maybe you want to consider inviting him, right? Yeah.
I want to say something about my channel really quick because we got quite a few people watching at this time. We're nearing 300 subscribers on our channel, and I was promised by none other than one Mr. David Peace that if we hit 300 subscribers, that he would take a photo with a wall of Kevin Morris cards, and he would actually play a game with Kevin Morris in his deck. He told me that he would do that, and then also that we would have a special 300 subscriber Kevin Morris Mafia card printed for the 300 subscribers. So head on over there if you want to see some tomfoolery shenanigans.
I can't think of a better reason to hit the subscribe button now. If I wasn't already subscribed, I'd be doing it again. And I would say if that should come to pass, or it's more of not a question of if, but when, I think David P. should have not 1, but 2 Kevin Morrises in that deck, right? Right? Better the chances of it coming up, right?
And I think also for that historic game, we should go ahead and just, let's do a handicapped. Kevin Morris costs 0 resource points, and you are also allowed to have any number of Kevin Morrises in play.
Actually, no, I think just make it simpler. No, make it simpler, Mike. You start the game with him already in play.
Oh, I like that. That's good.
On both sides.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I like that.
We'll do that. He's a prepaid resource card. He's going to be already in play, so that way you're not waiting to see him come up. And you can put another one in your deck just in case, because if I know David Peace, he's going to be including such bluffs as Pete Calcagni in order to destroy a witness resource. So I would be putting another Kevin Morris in my deck, even though he's
Yep.
already going to be out on the mat. So
Indeed.
I know David's going to probably be putting all the anti-witness cards that are available in that deck in order to upend it. So even though he's playing it, but I know he's playing begrudgingly with that card.
Right. Well, Steven, thanks for having me. I want to say congratulations. You know, your game coming up, 100 live games. I was just talking to my wife the other night, and she says, so he does all the live games and you don't do that anymore. And I said, what Steven did was really smart, because if you remember when Matt and I first started, we did a couple of live games here and there, right? Training games, but that wasn't really our huge bread and butter. But if you go back and you look at the number of views that we got more views on those gameplay videos than we did on the majority of our, you know, shenanigans. So, you know, you really stepped up and took that over to be able to share the gameplay and play, you know, games with all sorts of people from literally all over the world. So congratulations, man. 100 games coming up. I'm definitely going to be there, hopefully in the back watching. And yeah, well done, man. Well done.
You're gonna be basically like my manager, like, you know, when I'm in the ring, you know, I'm gonna be like, he's got me on the ropes, Mike, and be like, you know, whipping me in shape, you know, come on, you know, just like trying to boost my confidence. I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna sorely need that. So
I take it you're gonna build a brand new deck.
Oh yeah, I'd never keep the same deck. I never play with the same deck twice. Basically, this one's getting dismantled, and I'm gonna build a new one. Obviously, because I've seen a couple of games in which David May has played, so I know one of his decks that's already been made. So I don't know if he's bringing that. He might be building a fresh one. He might be using one I haven't seen before. But I'm going to consider. I'm going to consider what I do know about him, or in the decks that I've seen him play with, and then apply that to that game for whatever that's worth. I'm a strategist too, but I mean, I can only prepare so much for this matchup, because again, I've got very little firsthand experience playing against Mr. May. But even so, win or lose, it is going to be an exciting matchup, one way or the other, regardless of the outcome. So I'm just going to be honored to be going toe to toe with the good sir. So yeah, tune in hopefully in a few days, and we'll get that one recorded. But I'm gonna message him today or later on and find out if for sure he's good for that day, and obviously get the time figured out. And then I'll turn over the promotion to David Peace at Studio Squim so he can promote it on all of the social media. So let everyone know that that's going on. And yes, I'm gonna get the Discord link updated in here, and I'll have to probably go back and do it for all of them. It's weird. I bet there's just like one character that maybe got missed when I was copying and pasting it over or something like that. So we'll get that. And yeah, please join the community. If you like the game and you want to learn more, and you can throw out questions about the cards anytime in any of those platforms. But of course, also post comments here. Post them below, because I do like answering comments here as well. So yeah, anything you guys want to do, we always encourage more audience participation and more coming into the community. It's been growing over the few years since you started doing Matt and Mike's X-Files CCG in the year 2000. We started off with just a small Facebook group with maybe 100 people, maybe less. And then since that time, now it's just expanded. There's like about almost 500 people in the Facebook group. I don't know how many are in the Discord group, but it's been steadily growing as well. And we've got 4 or 5 YouTube channels where this game is played fairly routinely. So it's been growing in its own way.
The Discord group, like, I mean, you probably remember at FileFest, you guys had it, but I was still fairly new, and I was just like, I don't get it, like I don't understand it. And I do now, and it's a great source. I will tell you guys though, man, I have to mute it at night. Like, I lay down and go to bed, and like this happened literally last night. I was like half asleep, and all of a sudden, bleep, bleep, bleep. And I'm like, what is going on? Somebody texted me. No, they're just discussing something on Discord. Mute. It's like, if you want a nonstop X-Files CCG venue, man, that is the place to go. You will not get any sleep.
I'm gonna Yeah, I'm gonna copy the link
Like it's
now.
a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's just very intense.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and post it right now. But I'm gonna, yeah, it's right there in the live chat. But once we end the broadcast, I'm going to update it in this one, as well as I guess I'll probably have to go back and do it for a lot of the. I don't know if I'm gonna do it for all 100 or almost 100 games that we've done. Probably not, but maybe just for the more recent ones. So yeah, it's out there, and yeah, we do get pretty active. This one too? Invite invalid. Oh, interesting.
We'll get it figured out. Steven will get on it right away as soon as we end here in just a second. So.
Yeah. I might I might have to let Nathan know about that then. That's weird. So I just took it right from the, what's the other way? Did you try the one I posted? Did you post it, John? I didn't see. I didn't see the one you posted. Did you?
I didn't see one.
I didn't. Yeah, I'm scrolling back and I don't see the link. Where is it? I'm scrolling back over the live chat, John, and I don't see the link anywhere in there. Can you repost it? Yes, I just copied it from the. Oh, it says your invite link expires every 7 days. I wonder if that's why the one. Maybe that's why the one in my window is out. Well, yeah, I guess that's probably because I just kept. Yeah, so if it updates every 7 days, then. But again, why is the one that Jonathan? It's not a link, just the text, right? Oh, well, in any case, well, well, I might have to have Nathan talk me through it, but we can if
here, I just created this one.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think. I was gonna say, oh, okay. Yeah, that looks really different. Well, it looks different. Yeah, some of it's different from. Okay, yeah, Jay. Yeah, Mike just posted this one. So maybe give that one a go. So I guess if the link expires every 7 days, that might explain why it's not working in mine, because I've just copied the same text over and over again. So it might be that it's going to be ever changing, which would kind of defeat the purpose of promoting in the channel after a week, if that's what it does. So, but yeah, Jonathan just says he just did it again. I don't see it though. At least it's not coming up on the live chat, John.
Yeah,
maybe what if we posted in like the Facebook group? Would it work then?
Oh, there we go. He's in. Jay's is in.
Oh, he's in? Okay, yeah. Great. Oh, excellent. Yep. All right. You got him?
Yeah, he's in.
He is? I saw the okay. Yeah, I saw the update. I heard the notification come up, but it might be mine's not. But anyway, I'm glad we got you in there. So yeah, a lot of channels in there to surf through. Excellent. Welcome to the ranks. Excellent. Glad we got that resolved. So yeah, I'll have to talk to Nathan to see about how can I keep, if there's a way to keep a permanent one in the channels, or otherwise it's just, or maybe I'll just put a message in that expires after a week. So if you tune in for the live chat, you should be fine. But after that, then it'll just have to be, whenever the next game gets posted. But yeah, also might see if Dax can let us post in the Facebook group as well. But again, it's one of those we'd have to update regularly if it expires after every 7 days. This is something I didn't know about Discord, apparently. I guess that's a thing. But anyway, yes, thanks for tuning in, Jays of Action, and also Jonathan Hagee, Studio Squim. Anyone else who was tuning in, very much appreciate all the turnout on, again, Super Bowl Sunday of all days. I was expecting a ratings, almost non-existent ratings while that was going on, but the game hasn't quite started yet. It's going to be starting in about, I think, an hour and a half or so. So because we got through the game in plenty of time. Sometimes these games go on for 2 hours. Sometimes they go on for 3 if it's, especially if it's a playtest game, Mike. But you got that first question off right away. So it oftentimes when you get that first question correct, usually that means you might be in for a short game. We've seen games that play contrary to that from time to time, but oftentimes that first question, if that momentum is there and you're able to maintain it, which you did by and large, yep, that usually will win. So anyway, I think we're going to wrap this up for now. But again, we'll hopefully be back in a couple of days with the monumental 100th episode. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned to the channel in general, right, Mike?
Indeed. Lots of important information coming soon, actually, that I haven't even talked to you about yet. So,
so keep your eye
on the channels. We got some important things coming up real soon.
Thank you for reminding me. Yes, because we got Winter Slam coming up on February 22nd, and we're going to be doing a panel. I think it's on Friday the 21st. David Peace, if he's still here, can correct me. So we're going to be doing another State of the Game discussion panel about the X-Files CCG and about the fan-made cards that we're doing, and that should be at Studio Squim. I think it's going to be on February 21st, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, Winter Slam. Tune in here on February 22nd. That's a Saturday. We're going to be doing 3 broadcasts that day. 3. And actually, none of them are going to be X-Files CCG, surprisingly. But they're going to be card games that tie into the game one way or another, whether it be they're a spiritual successor to the game or they're made by the same people involved with X-Files CCG. There's a connection in there. Yes, and there's just yet another example of that one. That one's not going to be on my channel, but we're going to see Peasantry on your channel, I assume, right?
Yeah. Sounds like with Brian Woodward.
Yeah, Mr. Brian Woodward, the maker of the game, is going to be there for that one. That's going to be something special. So lots of special stuff coming up. So yeah, stay tuned. So we'll say goodnight, and please be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Alien Investigations. Good day, everyone. Great game.